It's coming. Oh no.
Nationalist?
Stand up for their country.
1942.
It became law in 1942 for white people.
Amazing. Oh my God, the cameras were on at this point? What the fuck? Oh, dude, I'm already... Oh, this is going to be fucking terrible. Oh, no. I thought that... I thought that Twitch was going to end my career. Turns out it's just Jesse Lee Peterson who's going to end my fucking career.
I don't go to that gym anymore anyway. It's
You
too
stopped
boring.
going because they threw me out?
No, I boycott Equinox because they kicked you out.
Oh, no. Oh, no. The fucking way that he's... Oh, yeah, okay.
Welcome to the Fallen State. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. A lot going on in the world. There's good and evil, right versus wrong. And I have with me today Woke Bay. BuzzFeed call him Woke Bay. His real name is Hasan Packer. He is a political commentary on the Young Turks TYT network. Thank you for coming on. Should I call you Woke Bay or Hasan?
Whatever suits you. Whatever you want to call me, I'm fine with that.
And why you call Woke Bay?
I think it's a heavily commoditized marketing term. It has nothing to do with like anyone's personality or whatever. It's just like an era where everyone is woke or not woke. I don't necessarily agree with the concept or with the being called that. But
BuzzFeed called you that. That's a big deal, right?
I mean, BuzzFeed calls a lot of people a lot of things, right?
And so you don't believe them?
I mean, I just don't know what the concept of wokeness entails. I don't think it's a realistic expectation of humans. We're all complex.
Are you woke or asleep?
I'd like to think that I'm woke on some issues and sleepy on others.
Which one are you awake on?
Inequality.
What does that mean?
Inequality in our society. The fact that the wealthy keep hoarding more and more wealth while poor people die, even in the wealthiest country on earth,
Should
America.
the wealthy people give their money to the poor?
I think the poor people generate money for the wealthy, but it's not redistributed evenly at the level, at the mode of production. I'm not even talking about taxation. I'm talking about just production in general.
Should the wealthy people give their money to the poor?
That's what I just. The wealthy don't create their own wealth, right? How do wealthy people create their own wealth?
Should the wealthy people give their money to the poor?
Yes, but how do you think? How do you think wealthy people create their wealth?
And why should they give their money to the poor? Is it their fault that the poor people are poor? Whose fault is it that they're poor?
Great question. Great question. And I'm glad we're getting right into it. Okay. How do you think wealthy people create wealth?
Answer that question first. Whose fault is it?
You asked me one. Can I ask you back?
Whose fault is it that the poor people are poor?
Wait, it's no one's fault. Just
what do you mean no one's fault?
Can you answer my question about wealthy people
and
how they generate wealth?
I'll let you ask me that, but whose fault is it that the poor people are poor?
It's not a fault of any individual in particular. It's a fault of the system.
Why is it not a fault of individuals?
Because intergenerational wealth plays a significant factor. I'm not a believer in the meritocracy per se.
So it's the system fault that poor people are poor?
Yes.
And who is the system?
Capitalism.
And who is capitalism?
It's not an individual. It's the economic organization that we exist under currently.
So poor people are too lazy and dumb to overcome being poor?
No.
Well, why don't they overcome it?
Because the system is built, or it's designed in a way to keep poor people as poor as possible while not necessarily killing them.
How is it designed that way?
Because you still need people to live and come into work every day and work for you so you can generate profits.
How is it designed that way?
Well, it's the newer design. We've always had this similar hierarchy, like different hierarchies that yielded similar results. We had slavery before, we had serfdoms. And
so slavery is causing black people to be poor?
Slavery definitely is important in analyzing why black people are poor right now, yes.
So black people are poor because of slavery?
It's a lot simpler than the way I'm trying to describe it, but yes.
So you're saying yes, that blacks are poor because of slavery?
Black people in the United States of America are definitely poorer than other ethnic backgrounds because of a consequence of slavery and systemic racism.
How do you know that's true?
Historical materialism.
Why would you believe what historical material tell you?
Because it's a theory that
I said historical materialism. He said, why would you believe what history tell you? What? What the fuck? I don't even remember that. That was too Pepego for me to know what he was even. We just kind of glanced past that point.
analyzes history from the lens of materials, from the lens of wealth and wealth disparity and modes of production. Looking at history from who's creating, who's producing.
Can Destiny watch, friend? Where is he? Is he here?
Producing commodities.
Are you poor?
And why? I wouldn't consider myself poor.
Have you ever been poor?
I definitely make enough money.
Have you ever been poor?
Is that good enough, or do you?
Yeah, I can, but hold on. Now when you talk, it's like explosive.
Oh, wait, no. Here's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do, actually. 1 second.
Oh yeah, then just start playing. I'll be back. I'm gonna run downstairs and grab a package. I'll be back.
Producing commodities.
Are you poor?
And why? I wouldn't consider myself poor.
Have you ever been poor?
I definitely make enough money.
Have you ever been poor?
Yes.
And how did you manage to overcome?
I worked very hard.
And if black people work hard, will they manage to overcome too?
Absolutely. However, getting out of poverty, no. Getting out of poverty is one thing, and not everyone has those same means. There's an element of probability that we never factor into these conversations. For example, I worked very hard, but would I ever say that I worked as hard as, let's say, a teacher in Oklahoma does? Probably not. A lot of teachers in Oklahoma have to take, for example, 2 jobs just to be able to feed their children.
What's wrong with that?
Would you say that they're not working hard enough? Is that why they're not being able to escape poverty? Or would you say that it's because the wages that we are giving teachers is not enough? They're not living wages.
Because I would say that the teacher is not managing his or her life right. They're not in control of their own lives. They're wasting. Define
That's a little
poverty.
cruel, don't you think?
What do you mean?
That analysis is like a little cruel to think
tell
that
the truth
poor
about
people are. It's not necessarily that you're telling the truth, but you're saying that if you're poor, or even if you're working extremely.
What do you mean? Restart for Destiny viewers? What the fuck? Why? It's 5 minutes in, guys. It's fine. I'm not going to restart, okay? Again. Go again. All right, fuck it. We'll start from the top. Whatever. Destiny's not here anyway. Here. It's just... Here. If you want to see the true meme. Oh, it won't even go that far. Okay, here. Fuck it.
You go to the gym?
Yeah, I do. We go to the same gym that you got kicked out of. I don't go to that gym anymore anyway. It's
you
too
stopped
boring.
going because they threw me out?
No, I boycott Equinox because they kicked you out.
For the record, I did not know that was being filmed. Just for the record, I did not know that part was actually...
Welcome to the Fallen State. I am Jesse Peterson. A lot going on in the world. There's good and evil, right versus wrong. And I have with me today Woke Bay. BuzzFeed call him Woke Bay. His real name is Hasan Packer. He is a political commentary on the Young Turks TYT network. Thank you for coming on. Should I call you Woke Bay or Hasan?
Whatever suits you. Whatever you want to call me, I'm fine with that.
And why you call Woke Bay?
I think it's a heavily commoditized marketing term. It has nothing to do with like anyone's personality or whatever. It's just like an era where everyone is woke or not woke. I don't necessarily agree with the concept. or with the being called that. But
BuzzFeed called you that. That's a big deal, right?
I mean, BuzzFeed calls a lot of people a lot of things, right?
And so you don't believe them?
I mean, I just don't know what the concept of wokeness entails. I don't think it's a
Right.
realistic expectation of humans. We're
Are
all
you
complex.
woke or asleep?
I'd like to think that I'm woke on some issues and sleepy on others.
Which
but
one are you awake on?
Inequality.
What does that mean?
Inequality in our society, the fact that the wealthy keep hoarding more and more wealth while poor people die, even in the wealthiest country on earth,
Should
America.
the wealthy people give their money to the poor?
I think the poor people generate money for the wealthy, but it's not redistributed evenly at the level, at the mode of production.
Should
Not
the-
about I'm not even talking about taxation. I'm talking about just production in general.
Should the wealthy people give their money to the poor?
That's what the wealthy don't create their own wealth, right? How do wealthy people create their own wealth?
Should the wealthy people give their money to the
Yes,
poor?
but how do you
You said
think
yes?
how do you think
And
wealthy
why
people create their
should they
wealth?
give
though?
their money to the poor? Is it their fault
Okay, yeah.
that the poor people are poor? Whose fault is it that they're poor?
Great question, and I'm glad we're getting right into it. Okay, how do you think wealthy people create wealth?
Answer that question first. Whose
Well, I mean,
fault
you
is
asked
it?
me one, can I ask you
Whose
back?
fault is it that the poor people are poor?
Wait, it's no one's fault. Just
What
can
do you
I
mean no one fault?
can you answer my question about wealthy people
Yeah, I'll
and
come
how
back
they
to you. I'll
generate
let you
wealth?
ask me that, but whose fault is it that the poor people are poor?
It's not a fault of any individual in particular. It's a fault of the system.
Why is it not a fault of individuals?
Because intergenerational wealth plays a significant factor. I'm not a believer in the meritocracy per se.
So it's the system fault that poor people are poor?
Yes,
And who is the system?
capitalism.
And who is capitalism?
It's not an individual. It's the economic organization that we exist under currently.
So poor people are too lazy and dumb to overcome being
No.
poor?
No.
Well, why don't they overcome it?
Because the system is built, or it's designed in a way to keep poor people as poor as possible while not necessarily killing them.
How is
because
it
you still
designed that way?
because you still need people to live and come into work every day and work for you so you can generate profits.
How is it designed that way?
Well, it's the newer design. We've always had this similar hierarchy, like different hierarchies that yielded similar results. We had slavery before, we had serfdoms, and
So slavery is causing black people to be poor?
slavery definitely is important in analyzing why black people are poor right now. Yes,
So black people are poor because of slavery?
it's a lot simpler than the way I'm trying to describe it, but yes.
So you're saying yes, that blacks are poor because of slavery?
Black people in the United States of America are definitely poorer than other ethnic backgrounds
Because of
of a consequence of slavery and systemic racism,
How do you know that's true?
historical materialism,
Why would you believe what historical material tell you?
because it's a theory that analyzes.
I love this part, dude. Historic materialism. He's like, why would you believe what historic material tell you? Like, I should have just asked him, like, what do you think historic materialism means? Why do you look like a sexy Steven Crowder? I hate the way I look in this. I look terrible from these angles. These are not good angles. My hair doesn't look good.
This history from the lens of materials, from the lens of wealth and wealth disparity and modes of production. Looking at history from who's creating, who's producing commodities.
Are you poor?
And why? I wouldn't consider myself poor.
Have you ever been poor?
I definitely make enough money.
Have you ever been poor?
Yes.
And how did you manage to overcome?
I worked very hard.
And if black people work hard, will they manage to overcome too?
Absolutely. However,
so it's their
getting
fault
out
then.
of poverty, no. Getting out of poverty is one thing, and not everyone has those same means. There's an element of probability that we never factor into these conversations. For example, I worked very hard, but would I ever say that I worked as hard as, let's say, a teacher in Oklahoma does? Probably not. a lot of teachers in Oklahoma have to take, for example, 2 jobs
What's
just
wrong
to
with
be able
that?
to feed their children.
What's wrong with
Would you
that?
say that they're not working hard enough? Is that why they're not being able to escape poverty?
They
Or
could-
would you say that it's because the wages that we are giving teachers is not enough? They're
No, I
not
would
living
say
wages.
Because I would say that the teacher is not managing his or her life right. They're not in control of their own lives. They're wasting. Define
It's a little
poverty.
cruel, don't you think?
What do you mean? To
That
tell
analysis is like a little cruel to think
tell the
that
truth
poor
about it?
people are. It's not necessarily that you're telling the truth, but
Where are you guys getting the echo from, dude? Is it on my... Oh, Destiny viewers are getting echoed because Destiny didn't throw up the fucking video. All right, I'm muting on my end. Okay, so you guys can actually fucking hear it. All right. That makes sense.
you're saying that if you're poor, or even if you're working extremely hard, even if you're working twice as hard as any wealthy person, for example, that just kind of inherited their wealth from their parents, that they're just not working hard enough. What
I
about
said they're not managing their lives.
what about Wyatt Koch? Are you familiar with Wyatt Koch?
No.
Wyatt Koch is the son of the third Koch brother. Are you familiar with the Kochs, though, right? Charles David. I don't know if they fund this operation at all or not, but
I know who they are.
so they're billionaires, and you know they inherited a massive amount of money from their father, and they inherited the business on top of that, and they were able to take I believe like $500 million and turn it into this gigantic corporation. Wyatt Koch is their nephew. He didn't do anything, but he is inheriting billions and billions of dollars, and he has all of the ability in the world to. He has all of the access to education and all of the opportunity in the world to fail as many times as he wants, over and over again. Whereas the average American family does not even have $400. Does not even have $400 in emergency cash.
What's wrong with inherited money?
I don't think that inheritance is a terrible concept in general.
So why do you
but
put
at the
it
level,
down?
At the level that
What's
we see
wrong
it,
with
it contributes
period?
to
What's wrong with
inequality.
What's wrong with it? Period.
It contributes to inequality.
How does that
creates
So if my
systemic
parents
issues.
left me $1 billion and your parents left you nothing, that made
Did you
my
earn
parents
it?
wrong?
No, that does not make your parents
Does
wrong.
that make you be poor?
Depends. Did your parents exploit
So how
my
would
labor?
that? My parents giving
Did
me
your parents
money.
exploit my
How
labor?
would my parents giving me money cause you to be
Did
poor?
your I'm asking, did your parents exploit my labor? How did they make a
No, they
how
did
did they
not
make
ex-
$1 billion?
They did not exploit
Can you make $1
it.
billion just sitting at your seat? Probably not. You would have to use a crew of people that you have right here, and you'd have to take in donations. There's a
But
there's
you
a
don't
lot
have to take the job. Thank
Yes,
you.
but you would die.
Right. You can die if you don't want to work.
That's still violent,
if you don't
isn't
want
it?
to
Don't
work,
you think that it's don't you
want-
think that it's
I
kind of
gotta ask you
violent?
this. I gotta ask you this.
Okay, ask me. Sorry.
I was bread pilling his studio workers half the time. Just putting that out there, by the way. Not memeing, not a joke. Like straight up, I kept looking over to them and I was like, "What are you guys doing? There's a bunch of young people in here too."
Poverty for me.
A state of being in relation to other wealthier individuals, where you don't have access to the same amount of amenities or same amount of things that the society would offer.
And that's what black people are in poverty.
Also, I'm dunking on Destiny here by actually drinking from the mug appropriately rather than holding it in the wrong way. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Why the fuck would I hold a mug by its handle that's full of a cold beverage?
I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
What the
I'm
fuck?
just saying, dude. That's a real alpha move, okay?
Okay.
Even if it has a cold beverage in it, you fucking hold it like a goddamn alpha, dude.
Not just black people, plenty of white people are in
But
poverty
you mentioned
as
the
well.
blacks, though. They are in poverty.
I didn't mention blacks originally. I was talking about slavery. We immediately started talking about black people.
But they're the only one who've been enslaved in this country, right?
Wait, what did you just do?
a state of being in relation to other wealthier
Wait, why did you just do that?
individuals, where you don't have access to the same amount of amenities or same amount of things that the society would offer.
And that's what black people are in poverty.
Not just black people, plenty of white people are in
But
poverty
you mentioned
as
the
well.
blacks, though. They are in poverty.
I didn't mention blacks originally. I was talking about slavery. We immediately started talking about black people.
But they're the only one who've been enslaved in this country, right?
Yes, but there's still wage slavery. There's still indentured servitude. These are different forms of exploitation. There's still regular labor. I would consider that exploitative as well, as long as the company is, as long as the bosses are generating a significant amount of profit that the workers themselves did not agree to.
Let me ask this. So I grew up
Bread
on a
pills,
plantation
boys.
in
Yes.
Alabama under the Jim Crow laws.
Yes.
And black people were wealthy. They owned land.
Mm-hmm.
They had businesses. They went to black universities. Even though the law was against them, they had fathers and mothers and grandparents and everything together. Why weren't they poor then as opposed to now? And they were, they could do anything that they want to. I have an aunt, she and her husband got married, and they had something like 14 or 15 kids. And all kids finished high school, all went to college, and they grew up with me. Why were they able to make it back then as opposed to the blacks who are complaining now?
It's a really interesting concept that I've been thinking about a lot recently. I think Killer Mike did an episode on this particular thing that you're talking about on his new Netflix show, Trigger Warning, where he looked at the dollar and how long a single dollar stays within the black community. And apparently, $1 stays for only 6 hours within the black community. As soon as a black person makes $1, they take it out of the black community in 6 hours, and that's because there are a lot of commodities that are created by white people or white-owned businesses or Asian people and Asian-owned businesses. Now, that same dollar circulates within, I believe, the Asian communities for 23 days. It circulates within white communities for 21 days. That disparity is causing a significant economic problem for black people. I agree. And that's probably the reason why.
Wait, what the fuck is that argument?
The Jim
What?
Crow era,
He was trying to make the argument.
No, I'm just saying, like, how does the dollar staying in the community? How is it indicative of anything?
A dollar staying within a community, like that shows that there aren't that many opportunities for black-owned entrepreneurs or black-owned businesses, and therefore black wealth to grow aside from systemic issues. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because back under the common meme, right? Like where people always say, like, or racist people usually say shit like, oh, well, under the Jim Crow era, black wealth was a lot higher than it is now, or whatever. Or they'll say stuff like, yeah, there was segregation, but black people were doing better off than they were in the aftermath of the civil rights movement and the civil rights.
I got it. Okay. I'm just not entirely sure if I buy into the economic argument that dollars in the community, if that's something that can be indicative of wealth or not. I've never heard it before. It could be.
Okay,
I wasn't aware of it.
It's not necessarily, that's not the problem, but it shows what the actual problem is, which is that there aren't enough black-owned businesses and there aren't enough black wealth.
Okay.
All right, I want to keep going? All right.
Yeah, in comparison to today, black people might not have had these same civil liberties, but they were able to work together because they were forced to work together.
But they spent their money in white businesses.
They were not allowed to spend their money in white businesses.
No, that's not true. We spent our money in white businesses.
I thought the whole point of Jim Crow laws in the South was that you had segregated businesses.
But they still spent their money in white businesses.
But if you're forced, if you couldn't go to white businesses,
no,
then
you could go to them.
I understand, but I'm saying that it's still
forced. You just couldn't sit down at the same counter with them, but you were allowed to go in there as a black person or black people and spend your money.
I mean, it seems like.
How do you explain that then? Because the black dollar, quote unquote, is there in the community.
Okay, so. The fact that, legally speaking, there was still limitations of as to what black people could and could not do probably forced black people to create black-only businesses. And that was the reason why...
it wasn't black-only business. White people...
it wasn't black-only businesses, but black-owned and operated businesses that served exclusively black customers. Historic black colleges is one example of this.
Why don't black people today start businesses in their own communities so that the so-called black...
They are. I think there's a lot of there are a lot of movements to foster this sort of growth, and it's great, but it's not enough. And the reason why it's not enough is not necessarily because like a black culture is one way or the other. It has nothing to do with that. It is a systemic problem. It's a problem of redistribution.
Wait,
what do you mean?
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, Wait, what the? I thought you moved that.
Moved what? I haven't moved shit.
Oh, that was a cut, dude. I didn't skip that at all.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that earlier because there was a
Oh.
time earlier when you gave an answer and it was cut. But I thought you were aware of that.
He just fucking cut my shit, dude.
There was a cut earlier too. Did you not hear it, or have you not heard a cut until now?
No, I mean, I guess I didn't notice that there was a cut earlier. What the fuck, dude? Oh,
okay.
no. What did he do? Oh, it was so gross, too. It was, like, obvious as shit. Is there, like, are these the same? Are these the same points? Like, or can I use, like, J and L and then stuff to go 10 seconds back? I thought you did it, Destiny. That's why I was like...
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess let's keep going then. Fuck it. I love how idiots in the chat are like, it's because you're long-winded and you don't make YouTube interesting. Okay, that's why he did it. Yeah, you're right.
About that.
By and large, like because of redlining and because of systemic racism and things that you are aware of yourself because of your personal
I'm not aware
experience.
of that. That doesn't exist.
Systemic racism does not exist.
What is systemic racism? What do you mean by that?
Like racism built into the structure of legislation, even if it doesn't
Like
have,
what,
even if
for
it's not
example?
intentionally or specifically written off as like blacks can do this versus what whites can't do.
Like what? Give me an example of systemic racism.
Outcomes or studies that show when controlled for all other factors that black people still get longer sentencing for the same exact crimes in comparison to other races. This would be one example of that.
If they had lawyers instead of government lawyers or court-appointed lawyers, would they get longer sentences then if they could afford to buy their own lawyer?
Probably not. But why can't they buy their own? Why can't they afford their own lawyers?
Because they have kept themselves in poverty. So
Why do you
that they
think they've
can't
kept
afford.
themselves in poverty?
That's a good question, but I need to ask you this first and then respond.
Okay.
Just to hear your point.
Let's hear it.
If black people got married, fathers and mothers raised their children, set a good example, provided for them, would they be in the situation that they're in today if they had two parents?
Probably not, but I'm not in the Thomas Sowell school of thought that the government is
Who is
forcing black
Thomas
people.
Sowell?
Thomas Sowell?
Who's that?
Thomas Sowell?
I don't know who that is.
He's a black thinker who was a Marxist.
Oh, Thomas Sowell.
Oh, well, English is my second language.
No,
I'm
no
Turkish,
problem. No, I just
so
didn't know.
sometimes I mess up
Right,
names.
no
So
problem.
if that's the case, then I'm sorry.
Look,
Thomas Sowell.
I'm
Okay.
black and I don't speak English either. I'm
Okay.
slow,
I don't-
so don't worry about it.
I don't know if that has anything to do with your blackness, but
If
okay.
black kids were born with two parents in the homes, and the
This is where it starts getting real fucking cringe. This motherfucker put a donate to his Patreon link right after he made that minstrel shit, dude. I can't believe this, dude. Just wait. It's going to get much worse. And by the way, for all of my black fans, I'm sorry. There is a point where I definitely said some shit that you guys are probably going to get upset because a white passing dude is just like saying some shit and you're going to be like, what the fuck? It's not. I didn't say the N-word. Chill the fuck out. It's not TOS either. And if you need to unsub, I understand, and I'm sorry. Maybe they took it out, though. We'll see.
Okay, wait. Hey, listen. I love you.
What?
I told a friend that I would play a game with him, and then I have to get ready for that Scuff podcast
okay.
shit. Listen, don't worry. You're gonna get all my viewers want to watch it are gonna go to your stream.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, no, it's fine. I wanted to watch it with you, but it's cool, dude. Friendship is just dead, I guess. No, it's fine.
Listen.
Friendship is dead, I guess. It's fine.
Good. I'm glad it is. Okay.
All right.
All right. I love you.
Thanks,
Be careful.
man. Have fun with your real friends.
With my real friends. Thanks.
real-
Fuck off.
This fucking guy. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay. Not the okay dude this right now, but okay, dude. Dumpstony, dude. Fucking Dumpstony.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
right,
I'm out
now
of control. I
I gotta find
apologize for that.
That's a interesting accusation. Is there any data to back?
got married.
Oh, here.
I'm
Okay.
black. And I don't
Excuse
speak
me.
English either.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Okay.
slow,
I don't-
so don't worry about it.
I don't know if that has anything to do with your blackness, but
If
okay.
black kids were born with two parents in the homes, and the fathers and mothers guide them in the right way to go, provide it for them, would they be?
They would probably have better outcomes than now, but would it
Probably,
actually
or would
solve?
they?
Would it actually solve a lot of problems? No, and the reason for why is because of a lack of redistribution. And what I mean by that is, like the Chicago public school system, for example, that houses what 75 to 80% of all of the kids in Iowa, yet only gets or in Illinois, sorry, not Iowa, and only gets what 60% of all funds. This is a gigantic problem.
If they allow school vouchers, would that give the black family a
No,
way out?
I'm not a believer in school choice. I think that
So you
voucher
want them
programs
stuck in
and
the
charter.
public school?
No, I want the government to redistribute funds in a way that yields better outcomes.
So you want the blacks in public schools. That's why you're not for school vouchers?
No, I want every public school to be elevated to
But
a
that's
level
not
where
gonna,
they.
that's not going
why
to
not?
happen.
Why not?
Because it's a government school. The government never going to take care of you.
Well, I believe that the government should take.
Did
care
you have a
of us.
question for me?
I forgot what it was.
Oh.
Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, the families, right? We were talking about like
Did
black
you have
families.
a
and,
father and mother in your home? Were you
Yes.
raised by two parents?
Yeah.
Do you think life would have been different for you had you not been raised by two parents?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So if blacks were to get married, stop having 77% of the children
let's
out
ask-
of wedlock,
Yeah.
would they have a better life?
Okay, answer this though. Why?
Would they have a better life
But
first?
why?
I
Yes, they
answered
would.
that.
Why?
Why what?
Why are black people having 77% of African American children are born out of
77% of
wedlock?
black
Why?
children are born to black women who are citizens of this country because
Why?
they have no morals.
Wait, they have no morals?
Yeah.
That's a interesting accusation. Is there any data to back up that claim?
I don't need data. I just need my eyes.
God damn, dumpster, dude. Once he said, I don't need data, I need my eyes, what do I do at that point? And it's that moment where I realized I fucked up, okay? And the interview is going to take a different turn, starting with this point, okay? Oh, shit. When I did the classic, well, there's no evidence for this, he said, all the evidence I need is right behind these blue-lensed eyes, blue contact lenses that I wear.
Okay, all right.
They have no
so you have
more.
your feelings.
Because
you have your
in the
feels
no,
over
not feelings.
reals.
No. When I was growing up, black men and women got married.
That's
That made a difference. They worked hard.
Mm-hmm.
That made a difference. They didn't get free stuff from the government.
Are you familiar with
That
what
made a
anecdotal
difference.
evidence is?
And they didn't have affirmative action based
Okay.
on color.
Are you familiar with anecdotal evidence?
What does that mean?
It's an anecdote. It's your personal experience. So
No,
it's
not my
clouded by
person-
your implicit
no,
biases.
It's not. No, that was the. Do you believe that black people were ever a moral people?
What?
Do you believe that they had morals at one time?
I think black people have morals right now as well.
Is it immoral to have babies out of wedlock?
No.
It's not.
I don't think it's immoral.
Is it
to have
immoral
babies
to
out
have
of wedlock.
abortions?
No. No, I'm pro-abortion.
So you don't know what morals are. Where do you get your values from?
Wait, I think
are you
your
a Christian?
morals. Are you
Are you a Christian?
Are you a moral realist? Do you think that there is a set of? I mean, I guess you are because you're Christian, right?
Yes, I am.
You have
Are
a
you a
set of
Christian?
guidelines. I am not a Christian. No.
Are you a Muslim?
I say that I'm culturally Muslim, but I'm not actually. I'm agnostic. I cannot confirm nor deny the existence of God.
You were born in Turkey?
I was born here, actually. I'm an anchor baby.
Oh, you're anchor baby? Really?
Yeah.
Your mother got pregnant and crossed the border illegally and dropped you down?
No, she crossed the border legally, but she gave birth to me here, so I could have American citizenship. Yeah.
That's amazing. And so this
Sure
guy
is.
in Kink, what's his name? Chink?
Jank.
Jank.
Yes.
Is that your nephew? I mean, your
No,
uncle?
my uncle, yes.
That's your uncle?
Yeah.
What is it? You work for him?
I do, yeah.
What is it like working for him?
Pretty good, and there's good days and bad days, just like any other job, you know.
Yeah. Are you a liberal?
I wouldn't consider myself a liberal, no.
Are you a conservative?
No, I'm certainly not a conservative. I'm a leftist, and I would consider liberals to be conservative. I'm more progressive than most liberals.
And why is that?
Because liberals still believe in outdated modes of outdated economic systems that have yielded terrible results for the overwhelming majority of Americans and the overwhelming majority of people around the world.
You say that you at one time was a Muslim, right?
Well, I was raised in a Muslim family, but they were very progressive. My father still considers himself a Muslim, even though he doesn't follow like the 5 pillars or whatever. He never went to Hajj or anything. And my mother is probably not. My mother's not very religious.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is Islam a religion?
Yes.
It is.
It's one of the 3 Abrahamic religions, as far as I know.
And is it a religion of peace?
Yes.
Well, why do they chop off people's head and hold women back and throw homosexuals from the rooftops and they want to take over other countries? And they even say you can lie. They can say you can lie to the
Can we just
Christians.
pause for a brief moment?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about your personal black experience and use that as empirical evidence, as fact. But when I try to tell you about Muslims, you're like, nope, that doesn't work that way. I have my own perspective. If you have actual evidence to back up your claims, then we could have a conversation. Maybe I could describe where you are confused.
How about Allahu Akbar?
This means God is great.
Right, when they're about to kill you, blow you up, or chop off your head, or make sure women don't drive, or cut off their private parts. And
how about
in the name of Allahu Akbar. I rest my case.
Christianity has far more bodies.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true.
No.
Okay, well then answer me. Answer me this question then. When George W. Bush said, "God told me to invade Iraq and Afghanistan," why do we not consider that a Christian genocide, the war in Iraq and Afghanistan?
Because that was just one person. But Christianity is
it's
for
just
all.
one person.
I mean, but
what about a lot of the military members who
I bet you would not go back to your country and say, "I'm no longer a Muslim." They'll kill you.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
You have no idea about Turkey, do you, sir? No,
well,
Turkey.
You wouldn't go to the Muslim and tell them that.
Turkey currently has a. Well, first of all, Turkey's a secular democratic republic.
Well, you may can go to Turkey, but you wouldn't go to a Muslim country.
Turkey
and
is
tell
a Muslim country. It's
you
98% Muslim.
You would not say that I'm no longer Muslim.
I say it all the time.
Not to them.
Yes, I do.
Amazing.
There are plenty of atheists or there are plenty of agnostic Turkish people, and there are plenty of progressive Muslims who don't subscribe to a lot of the things that you're mentioning. As a matter of fact, the overwhelming majority of Muslims are not a part of the monolith, the picture that you're trying to paint all of Islam as.
I would never trust Islam.
You would never trust Islam.
I would
and
never.
A lot of fundamentalists, a lot of the extremists that you're talking about have similar perspectives to you.
They have been taught to lie to the infidels. And I'm a Christian.
Do you think homosexuality is a sin? Do you think homosexuality is bad?
It's not good.
It's not good. What would you do about it?
Show them how to overcome.
Okay.
And
what if they're like, I don't want to overcome. I want to kiss a man.
Then let them suffer and die. That's their business.
Okay, that's a very fundamentalist perspective, not dissimilar to ISIS, though.
Just don't impose it on us. I didn't say we would kill them.
That's not dissimilar to what a lot of Muslims think, though.
ISIS would kill them, but I said let them suffer and die.
As a matter of fact,
because people have a right to suffer and die.
As a matter of fact, if we were to look at data, okay?
Well, you can't believe data. Liberals lie.
You can't believe data.
Liberals lie, man.
Why?
Because
how would you live your life?
Oh,
then?
The reason that they lie.
If you don't actually look at studies, or if you don't actually look at empirical evidence, then all we have a conversation is your personal feelings versus my personal feelings. Now, that could be an entertaining conversation, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're having a conversation about the truth.
Do you believe that black people are victims?
It depends on the individual
and
the circumstances.
You believe some blacks are victims?
That's this is his go-to move. He's like, oh wow, like when you actually bring up good points, you can't believe data, and then he pivots to, do you believe black people? Do you believe black people are victims? What? The fuck?
I mean, everyone has the capacity to be a victim of the system. I think all people are victims of the system that we live under. Black people would be encompassed under all. There's exploitation happening at every level.
How about blacks?
I already said that. They're under all people, right?
Do you believe black people are victims?
I think that black people, just like white people, are all victims of the same system that we live under.
Do you believe that black people are victims?
Do you not understand? I'm saying yes. I'm answering your question. It's not like a gotcha question.
So do you believe that?
As long as I elaborate.
Do you believe that black people are victims?
I already answered your question.
I didn't hear it. Can you give me an answer?
I said black people, just like all
I
Americans
didn't
or
ask about
all people.
I didn't ask about all. I only asked about one group.
Why is the framing so narrow?
Because
Why
I
can't we
wanna
have
know
an
what you
interesting
think about black
conversation
people.
about it rather than a yes and no
So do you
conversation?
believe that black people are victims?
I already told you what I believe.
I didn't ask you about all, though. I only asked about
I
one
said
group.
just like all people,
I didn't
black
ask
people
about
are,
just like all. Do you believe that black people are victims?
of what?
Period.
Of what?
Period. Anything. Do you believe
What do
they're
you mean
victims
anything?
at all?
They have the capability to be victims, yes.
Are they victims?
But of what? You
You're
have
not
to
gonna answer
describe
that,
it.
right?
No,
Are
I
you-
can. I just need you to further elaborate.
Are you an American citizen?
I am an American citizen.
And do you love black people?
I do.
You do.
I love all people.
Do you support the big, beautiful wall going around the borders?
I don't. I think it's really silly.
I thought you loved black people.
Are you gonna now? Is this the point of the interview where you tell me that undocumented citizens that come into the country actually go to urban areas where a lot of black people live and therefore hurt black people's economic opportunities?
So my question is, if you are for
It's not a
open-
question.
Wait. I think he cut that part out where that was a dunk that right there, dude. That was a dunkaroon. What happened? Why did he not go?
And I already gave you your talking
Oh,
point. I'm
Jesus.
very familiar
You
with
said
where
no,
you're
This is
you're
so
not for
sad.
the wall, right?
I am not for
And
the
so
wall.
when the illegal aliens come into our country, they end up in urban areas. They don't end up in your community and the Democrats community, the
Do
liberal.
you know what community
the
I live in?
children-
What if I live in an urban
The
community?
children of the lie communities, right?
The children of the
And
lie
so-
communities.
And so,
I love that.
and so they affect black people first and foremost by taking their jobs, bringing in drugs and crime, running blacks out of their own communities.
Do they? Do you have any evidence for this?
I lived there for a while. I have family
Again,
members
that's
living there.
anecdotes. That's anecdotal evidence.
I have
But-
people who
okay.
attend my organization, church, who live there, and I work there. I do work there. And
What
so
if I were
they-
to tell you
let me
that
finish this
any
now.
of the studies
They
that
are
have
running-
conducted don't show
Hold on.
anything that you're
Hold on a
referencing,
minute.
though?
And
Would you
they're
say that
running
those
blacks-
studies are lies again?
They're running blacks out of their own communities. The schools are overpopulated with illegal aliens.
This is a
children.
consequence of poverty in general.
And when the black women go to these hospitals to have their out of wedlock babies, they can't even get into the county facilities because of illegal aliens. Do you care that blacks are being affected first and foremost by illegal aliens? Does that bother you?
I just, I mean, I would care if that was the reality, but that is not the
Does
reality.
that bother you first?
But that's not the reality.
So are you
That's
de-
like saying, do you care that
Are you
black people
denying
don't get
that-
unicorns? I mean, it doesn't matter what I care, whether
Are
I
you
care or not. It's not
denying
real.
that? Are you denying that this is happening because you
Yes.
don't care?
It's not that I'm denying it. I'm saying that it's not
Is
happening.
it because you don't care? You pretend like it doesn't happen?
No, it's not. But I can tell you what's actually happening if you'd like to hear
But
it.
I'm
Would you like
asking,
to hear
yeah,
that?
in a minute. But
In a minute,
you're
okay.
not bothered by it because you don't care.
But this is improper framing. And
No,
I'm sure
are
you're
you
familiar with this because
pretending-
other guests that have been on your show that I'm good friends with have also told you that this is improper
Are
framing. This
you-
is similar to saying, have
are
you
you
stopped beating your
pretending-
wife? Yes and no. Yes or no.
Are you pretending that it's not happening because you don't care?
Again, this is the same kind of question that
Who are
already
your
presupposes
friends?
the
Who are your friends that have been on this show?
David Packman, Kyle Kalinske, Stephen Bonnell, Destiny. He was on recently.
Amazing. So
Yeah,
those are
Jank.
your friends?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said Destiny, dude. Now I feel bad about it, okay? Because he fucking ditched me, dude. He ditched me to go play fucking video games with his real friends. I thought this could have been an exercise of friendship rather than an exercise in futility. And all he did, he said no one left, okay? And you know what? I shouldn't have brought up his government name too. Not only, that's how you know it's real, okay? I brought up his government name in the interview. I said, Stephen Bonnell. Doxed.
I know a lot of them, yeah. I mean,
Amazing.
all of them. They're great. And by the way,
so-
let me just say, I really respect that you are not like the rest of the cowardly conservatives who refuse to actually sit down and have a conversation with.
This is, by the way, just for the record, what I'm about to tell you guys is really important right here. This is exactly why I did the interview, okay? Are you ready for this? What I'm about to say is exactly why I did this interview, and you will see why in 1 second.
With someone that has a different perspective. For example, Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder and even Dave Rubin consistently evade and dodge every other person. And like I said, I love that you are open-minded enough to at least have these sorts of conversations and expose your audience to a new perspective.
So you pretend that blacks are not.
Wow, he cut it out. He cut out the rest of it. No, he cut out the rest of my call out. No way. Okay, whatever. That was fine enough. At least we had a back and forth about. Oh, fuck me, dude. Oh, I got cucked once again, dude. This guy's. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for Saturday, even if John Zerk is there now, because I've just been cucked so hard and deplatformed and lost.
Affected first and foremost by illegal aliens coming into the country.
Again,
by pretending that it's not happening, right?
You're already sneaking the conclusion that black people are being affected by undocumented
Have you gone into those
citizens.
communities to
Yes,
see?
I have. Yeah.
Which ones have you gone into?
I work with some people in
Which
Compton.
one
I
have
work
you
back
gone
in
into?
New Jersey and
what
Camden.
community have you gone into to see for yourself that blacks are
Compton
being forced
here.
out? No, that's not true. That is really not true. You're not being honest. I know hundreds of people who have left Compton, been attacked by illegal aliens because of illegal aliens. So you're not telling the truth. Give me one that I haven't gone into yet.
Okay.
Because you're not being honest
Again,
about that one.
This is
Are
my
you an honest
experience-
person?
My experience versus your
Are
experience.
you an honest person?
You understand that there's a difference.
Are you an
Would
honest
you like me to
person?
describe the actual reality, or do
I
you
know
want to
the
have
reality.
Okay. But
I've been
that's
there.
your personal
I've been out
pers-
here since
That's
1968.
your feelings. But those are your feelings.
I've been there. I live down there. I work down there. There are people come here from there. Those are not feelings.
Okay.
Do you operate from feelings?
No, I try. I think that everyone operates both from feelings and also by
I don't.
rational thought.
Why do you think men don't do that?
Oh, men don't do that? How do men operate?
From logic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you're not being logical. When you say that these communities are impacted because I see it with my own two eyes, when in fact I can describe to you the systemic problems that have created genuine issues in these communities, you're avoiding that reality. Can we play a thought experiment really quickly?
Okay, this might be cringe. I'm just going to put that out there. I was doing so well up until the 30 minutes, and I think I'm starting to get a little tired at this point. And this thought experiment did not come out the way that I wanted it to. Okay, all right, whatever.
I would love to just...
I knew, but I'm running out of time.
Okay, can I just ask you one thing then?
No, I will. I promise to let you.
But you keep saying that, but you won't let me.
Do you believe that human beings are in a fallen state?
I guess. Sure. Yeah, I do.
And what does it mean to be in a fallen state?
I think too many people just cave and give in to their economic realities and don't fight against it. We are all consequences of the system that we exist in, the system that we live under, the system in which we get exploited daily, where we are forced to do things that we don't want to do. And I don't think that's true freedom, and I think that that's causing a lot of people to feel in a fallen state. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't people like yourself who have been able to pick themselves up by their bootstraps and create a better reality for themselves where they are free to do whatever they want, where they have the economic mobility, the economic freedom. But a lot of people are stuck in dead-end jobs, in a lifetime of indentured servitude with no future opportunities, where they're realizing that their dollar doesn't actually buy the same amount of things that our parents' dollar was able to, and that's a terrifying reality. And most people, instead of realizing that and trying to change it actively, decide that they should just engage in consumerism.
Amazing.
Can I ask you the one theory?
Amazing.
Can we do that?
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Why would you say that? What does that mean?
I rest my case.
Oh, okay.
Wonder.
Wait, can
Yes,
we just
you
play
sure
a
can,
thought
yeah.
experiment? Okay. Let's say that you make...
Fucking dunked on, dude. Dumpstered my ass, dude. I should have just quit right there. There's no reason. There's no reason to talk after that point. He just said, oh, you're 27? Easy. Done. It's a wrap, boys. And then his entire fucking fan base is probably throwing up Omega lols in his... I'm picturing this as though this is a live experience for him as well. So his entire chat's like, easy, dumpstered Omega Lol, dumpstered the fucking libcuck. Hasan got destroyed in this debate. His chat's spamming lol w. Lol. Okay, this thought experiment's gonna suck, I think. I think I fucking failed to describe it. It was terrible. I should have done better numbers. God, I'm so bad.
15 loaves of bread, okay? You're making 15 loaves of bread. Then you hire someone, and that person also has the capacity to make bread, and together you guys start making 20 loaves of bread, and you're like, well, okay, I'm gonna take 15 loaves of bread for myself and give this person 5 loaves of bread as a payment, okay? So now your output is 20 loaves of bread, and the other person is getting 5 loaves of bread while you're getting 15 still. Then another undocumented person comes in.
Illegal alien?
Yeah, illegal alien, sure. And all of a sudden, that person is working as well with your company, and now...
I don't hire illegals.
Okay, hold on, not yours specifically. I'm just saying, this is a thought experiment. We're not making loaves of bread, and that's not the kind of payment anyway.
Go ahead.
So let's say now, because of that, there's an additional person, now you can pay the other, the original employee 3 loaves of bread, because you can pay the undocumented person 2 loaves of bread, because the undocumented person doesn't have all of the rights that a legal citizen would have. So you can justify paying them less. And then you can justify paying less to your original employee, because there are plenty of people who could take their job, right? You're like, well, you know what? If you want to keep at least any loaves of bread and feed your family, you're going to have to take less money now, okay? Now, you look at that and you say, hold on, why don't we just eliminate the undocumented person and get 5 while the boss still gets 15 loaves of bread? Because I was getting 5 last year, and that was better than 3. And you're right, that is better. 5 loaves of bread is better than 3. However, what I advocate for is taking away from the boss 15 loaves of bread, helping him have 10 loaves of bread, and then taking the rest of the 10 loaves of bread and distributing it evenly amongst the other employees. So all of a sudden you have 7, or you have 8, and your new friend, who is the undocumented citizen who came in, has 7.
Is that a question?
No, this is the difference between your outlook and mine. Whereas I think that the people at the top have a lot, and they have a lot to give back.
Do I own the company?
Yes.
And I'm in business to make what?
Loaves of bread, let's say.
I'll rest my case.
Exactly.
The owner should have more.
You're still, no, but...
Because that's why he's the owner.
I know, but if you were alone, you would not be able to increase your productivity. You would not be able to create more loaves of bread.
But that's why I hire someone.
Exactly.
But they don't have to work for me if they don't want to.
I know, but where would they
go?
Are the
they
ones
would
go
who
to another. They would go to another factory where they would have the same conditions.
No, I would call the police and tell them that I have an illegal alien here.
And that is
You need to
capitalism.
come
You're
and
right.
get
That
him.
is exactly the problem.
No, they have no business in my company or in my country.
Okay.
And so I would call the police. I got to ask you, I know you are a male. Are you a man?
I think, yeah. To my knowledge,
Are
yes.
you a man?
I think so.
And what is a man?
I know you asked this question, and I genuinely thought about it, where I was like, how do I answer? No, how do I answer?
You told me
this?
that those guys were your friends, so I knew you probably came prepared.
Well, it's not even a preparation or whatever, because I think it's a philosophical question. What
Are
does
you
it
a
mean
man?
to be a man? Well, what is your definition of a
No,
man?
are you a man?
But it depends on
If
what the
you
definition
are a man,
is.
you don't need me to give you a definition.
Well, in different.
Are you a man?
Well, I need to contextually
Are you
understand
a
what you're
man?
saying.
Are?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
what do you
what-
mean by a man? Or what do I mean by a man? This could be great. This could be very different.
What is a man?
Just a human being.
A man is just a human being?
Yeah. Mankind. A human being.
Amazing. Do you believe in what these children of the lie are calling toxic masculinity?
Toxic masculinity? Yeah, sure.
You believe in that?
I think that there are certain elements of masculinity that could be toxic.
And
Yes.
what does it mean to be toxic masculine? What is toxic?
the inability to go and seek help if you have any sort of issues, your inability to exercise compassion to those who have less than you, these are all things that are causing serious problems in men here in America.
Who made that decision?
What do you mean?
That's what toxic masculinity means.
Well, this
Who
is just
made that
analysis,
decision?
right?
Who made that
Researchers look
decision?
at this sort of stuff and they say, I wonder what the problem is here. And then they realize that maybe they look at indicators and they conduct studies. And I mean, what is the problem? That's how you solve an issue, right?
So are you a person of toxic masculinity?
I mean, there are certainly toxic elements
About
within
you?
me, sure, yeah.
Like what, for example?
I don't know, I get really angry sometimes.
Oh, you do?
I rage out, yeah.
Is it normal for a male, or especially a man, to be angry?
No, I mean, we can go down to hormones and whatnot, but I think like it's probably an element of testosterone, sure.
Is it normal for a man to be angry?
But women have the capacity to have all of these characteristics and qualities as well.
Is this normal?
I think gender, like our understanding of gender is really flawed, and the medical community agrees with my perspective, but yet somehow everyone has this inability to recognize these realities, both at the social level and even at the biological level.
Is it normal for a man to be angry?
It's normal for everyone to be angry.
How about for a man?
Sure.
It's normal.
Like it is for
How
everyone.
did you become angry?
How do I become angry?
How did you become angry?
Anger is not my current state. I'm not angry all the time. I'm saying that I can have angry moments.
How did you become
As a reaction,
angry?
I can become angry.
How did you become angry, whereas you may have angry moments?
Do you think that having angry moments means that you're an angry person?
You didn't answer the question.
Wait, I just wanna
How
understand.
did you become angry?
You get that I need-
Whereas you may have angry moments.
You realize that I have to. You like to ask yes or no questions, but in order for me to give you like a perfect answer, or in order for me to give you an answer at
Yes
all,
or no is
you
a
need
perfect
to,
answer.
No, because then we're not having. You can't learn anything from a yes or no
I
conversation.
can't. I learned a whole lot.
Okay,
from
when did
yes
you
or no.
stop beating your wife?
How did you become?
When did you stop beating
when
your
you
wife?
have anger?
But
moments,
do you see the kind
how
of
did
question
you
that is, where
how
that
did
would
you become angry?
That's not a. That doesn't foster
You
a
don't
productive
know how you
conversation.
became angry?
But wait, why? Man, you are a steamroller, aren't you? Okay. Do you hear what I just said? Did
You didn't
hear
answer my question. How did you become, whereas you have angry moments?
He's breaking me, dude. He's fucking breaking me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Look at my face. I'm like, oh god. Oh, I can't do it. He's fucking me up, dude.
How did you get that way?
I don't know. I think I became increasingly upset with how stupid people can be.
And at what age did you become angry?
What age did I become angry? I don't know. I can't pinpoint an exact age.
Have you had it all your life?
No, but it's not even, like I said, I don't think it's a state of mind. I think it's more so just specific instances where I have angry moments.
So are you married?
I am not married.
Are
No,
you
I'm
dating?
27.
Are you dating?
Sometimes.
And you date women, right?
That's very progressive of you to ask me. Yes, I date women.
And so when
Look
you're
at
dating,
you're woke as hell, dude. You're Jesse woke ass Lee Peterson.
when you're dating a woman and she's get angry at you, and you become angry at her, or she get angry about anything, and you become angry in that moment, how are you able to help her overcome her anger if you are angry?
By pulling yourself out of the situation, but I don't know what this has to do with anything.
So, have you ever become angry at one of the ladies that you were dating at any point?
No. I mean, I have. I've been in a toxic relationship in the past, but like I don't know. I just dealt with it by.
And so, when you were
by
angry at
keeping
them, and they
an
were,
even temper. I get angrier at other things, like when I'm debating people or whatever, more so than I get angry at someone who I love or live with.
so when you get angry at her because she's angry, is that like a lesbian relationship? Because you're not able to help her. Both only women get angry. Real men don't get angry. Is it like a lesbian?
Are you saying that I become a woman?
When you're angry, you have,
when
yes.
I'm angry?
Yes.
Would you not say, so you're saying that men don't get angry at all?
Not real men. Beta males. Are you a beta male?
I don't know. What is a beta male? You'd
Angry
have to define
person,
it for me.
a male with anger.
Oh, okay. That's a beta male?
Beta.
Do you think Trump is a beta male then? Because
I'm
he
about
gets
to
angry
ask
a
you
lot.
about the great.
Do you guys like that he called Destiny beta male? At this point, we're 41 minutes into the conversation and he still hasn't called me beta male. I want to point that out that he's still intimidated by my size and
White hope.
Wait. So do you think Trump is a beta male then? Because he gets angry
No,
a lot.
he's 100% alpha. He never
Well, he
gets
gets angry all
no,
the
he
time.
Doesn't.
How could you
He
say
does
that?
not. You've never seen the president.
Oh
angry.
my God, I've seen him angry so
No,
many
you
times.
haven't.
He's angry like half the time when he's
No.
tweeting out crazy stuff. What do you
No.
think that is? You think that's out of even temper?
He's dealing with evil.
Oh, so you can be angry when you're dealing with evil.
You could be non-angry and
Seems
deal
like
with
you're
evil.
breaking your own rules
no,
there.
No, the best way to deal with evil people by not being angry, because you become like whomever you become angry at, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how you notice you became like your mother?
I don't think I became like my mother.
Yeah, you are. Your mother had anger. Now
But
you
don't
have.
know- Do you know my mother?
I know that's where you got the anger from.
I mean, I don't think you know that at all.
Yes, I do.
think you have a very
100%.
narrow framework for all of this thing.
100%.
You're
got it from me.
constantly trying to
But then
fit
how
a
did you
square peg in a circle.
So
every
how did
time
you
see
become?
anything.
How did you become like a woman? It had to come from your mother.
Have
because
I become like a woman?
when you have anger, your mother.
Would you think that?
Your anger
Would you think
come
that
from-
people?
Let me just finish this.
Would you think that when people look at us, do you think they're like, oh, that guy that Jesse's talking to, that guy is like a woman? If I was a woman, if I thought that I was a woman, then you're very progressive. I think you're right. But I already gave you my
I guarantee you, the women
my
that you've dated,
gender pronouns.
the women that you've dated, when you became angry at them, they thought of you as a woman. I promise you that.
Okay.
Yeah. So did you
Can I
vote
ask
for?
you something?
Yeah.
You're not married, are you?
No.
Why aren't you married?
It just didn't happen. One time I thought I would, but now it's boring.
Okay, you were too bored to get married.
No,
Don't you
now
think
it's
that
boring.
Oh, now it's boring.
Yeah.
What do you have lady friends? Do you?
No, I just work all the time now.
You just don't have any lady friends whatsoever. You
I have
don't wanna-
lady
do you not wanna
friends.
have, do you
I
not
have
wanna
lady
have-
friends, but I'm not dating.
Do you not
them.
want to have children?
I have kids.
Oh, you have kids.
Yeah,
Out of
unfortunately,
wedlock?
unfortunately, I had one son out of wedlock.
Uh-huh.
It was devastating.
Did you-
when
did
I was
you-
a young man? Let me
do you
finish.
provide for
Let me
him?
finish. When I was a young man, and I realized that was wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and I just realized I would never do that again. And that was when I was about 18 or 19.
Mm-hmm.
He's now adult. He got married because I told him never do that. He got married, has 2 kids, and his daughter is
you
now
were capable
married.
of-
She has a grandson.
But
I
you
mean, a
were
son.
capable of providing for him, and that he had a better future because of it. So you are essentially discrediting your ultimate theory that having a child out of wedlock is what's causing black people to, at every single level,
How am I
causing black
discre-
people to be
How am I
held back.
discrediting that?
Because you yourself had a child out of wedlock, and
Right.
yet you were able to take great care of him, showing that it's not
This is the point where Jesse makes a decision right here that either he can hold on to his manhood or he can hold on to his theories. And let me tell you, okay? He's going to hold on not to his manhood or whatever he defined as making him a male, but instead whatever makes him money. And at which point he will turn around and say some crazy shit. Get ready.
necessarily just about children being born out of wedlock.
Where did you get that from? Information you just put out.
Your own words.
I told you I was able to take care of him,
Yeah.
making sure he have a good life.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you that.
Well, oh, so you didn't take good care of
I
him.
didn't tell you that.
But did you not take
just
good care of
put
him?
out information that's not true.
Okay, did you not take good
I
care
did
of
not
him?
tell you that. Let's get
Did
that
you?
clear.
Yes
you
or
made
no?
a statement
Wait,
that's not true.
Did you not take good care of him
I
then?
didn't take care of him at all.
Okay. Well, how did he
He's like, I didn't take care of him, dude. But
become a fine gentleman who's married in your own words then?
He lived with his mother and stepfather in New York.
Okay.
until he became an adult.
Okay.
So you just put out. The
So wait,
reason I'm
hold on,
pointing
hold
it
on.
out because you're putting out other
I just
information.
assumed, and I apologize for assuming.
ASSU and what?
Okay, when you make an ass out of you and me, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
ASSU and.
Okay, hold on.
I
So-
gotta finish up. Let me.
So
ask
wait, you
this.
didn't take good care of your child?
Right.
You didn't at all.
No.
Oh, but you said that
I
you
did
gave
for a
him
little while
advice.
until I sent him back. Made the mistake of sending him back to New York.
Okay, that's interesting. But he was still able.
Why some of my old
despite
friends-
the fact that he was born out of wedlock, your own child, your own kin, that you refused to take care of at some point.
I didn't refuse. Where you get that information from?
You just said it
I didn't
yourself.
say I refused to take care of him.
I mean, but you.
Yeah. I didn't refuse to take care of him. I just sent his ass back, as he just said 3 seconds ago.
You just put out some more
Did you not deny?
non-true
Did you not
information.
deny care to your
You
child?
just said I refuse to take care
Yeah,
of him.
the refusal.
Why do
in
you
that
say I
instance-
refuse to take care of him?
Because it's denial. I assume that you
ASS,
believe a
you
good
and me
man.
again.
Okay, well, hold on.
ASS.
Okay, let me ask you. A good man, does a good man provide for his kin, for his children?
No.
A good man does not provide for his
And
children.
you know why?
Wait, what?
May I tell you why not?
Wait, why not?
There's no such thing as a good man.
Wait, are all men trash, Jesse Lee Peterson?
All human beings who have anger are trash.
Damn, you are like the most progressive conservative I've ever talked to.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you think you're canceling all men? You're talking about
I
having
said
children
all
out of
those who
wedlock?
have anger are wicked.
Huh, interesting. But everyone has the capacity to be angry, right? And have anger, right?
Everyone has the capacity to overcome anger.
Oh, okay. Well, that's true. I agree with that. We can overcome our material conditions, especially if we get together and fight back against the system.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
What the fuck? Wait, what? There's so much more to this debate. Wait, what is this sponsor? Okay, we're not watching the ad. Should we watch the ad? All right, we'll play the ad.
Give me the shirt. Come on. I ain't the children of the line. Let's go. Come on. One shirt.
What in the world going on out here?
All these people are here for the merch, but we're sold out.
They're here for the merch?
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's amazing. The merch is amazing.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
What the fuck is this? Imagine getting a mug that says slut maker on it. What? Mighty! Oh my god. This is the fucking most insane thing I've ever been a part of, and I'm so thankful that I did it. I don't give a fuck what people say.
The Great White Hope.
Go ahead.
Did you vote for him?
Of course not.
Why not?
He's terrible.
Did you vote for Hillary?
Unfortunately.
Beta.
Yeah, she's terrible too.
Why would you vote for her?
I vote out of spite and also because I want to reduce harm. So it's voting for harm reduction. I know that certain groups, certain American citizens and even undocumented citizens that live here would be better off under Democratic leadership, even if it was marginally better off, which is why I made that choice. I thought it was the best possible choice in comparison.
What has the president said or done that you disagree with?
Virtually everything with the exception of some foreign policy issues that he accidentally stumbles into.
Give me an example of something that he's done or said that you disagree with.
Gigantic tax cuts.
You didn't like that?
Tarek, I told them that you and I are going to play Call of Duty one of these days, brother. I got a Kovacs to improve my aim so I don't embarrass you. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to the fucking oh my god, everyone's going nuts too. I mean, not Call of Duty, sorry, CS:GO. You know what I mean. Fuck. Whatever, you know what I mean. CS:GO, bro. CS:GO, not COD. Okay, that's how much of a fucking gamer I am, okay? That's why I got Kovacs. Okay, let's keep going.
No, it's terrible.
Amazing.
They contribute to income inequality. You, Jesse,
Why
you
don't
make
you
a lot
give
of
all
money,
your-
so you
why
like the
don't
tax
you
cuts.
give-
It's going to hurt them
No,
and their children.
They got
the people
tax
that
cuts
work
in their
No,
paycheck.
of course, but they get a $5 tax cut when you get
Why didn't
$100,000.
you gave all your tax cuts back to the president or to the?
What?
Did you receive accept your? You have a job, right?
Yeah, I do.
And when you received tax cuts, did you give back the money?
I'm confused with that. Is there?
Did you give
what do
back the extra money that you made as a result of tax cuts? Did you just say, no, this is not fair, I'm giving it back? Did you give it back?
Do you think that's how it works?
Did you give it back?
Do you think that's how it works?
Did you give it
No,
back?
of course I didn't give it back.
I
Do you
didn't
think that's how
so.
it
You're a
works?
hypocrite.
That's how hypocrisy works?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I don't see you giving it back if you think it's so bad.
I'm talking about handling systemic problems when you're like, why don't you give back the $5 additional that you got back?
You could have given that to the
The problem is
why
we all
you did
give
not
it back.
give that to the
The
poor?
problem is we all give those tax
Why
cuts
do you
back.
give
Do you
that
know how
back
we
to
give
the
those
poor?
tax cuts back, Jesse? When the average American citizen can no longer send their child to public school, or when health care becomes even less affordable, the average American citizen is paying back in dividends. When they're
you
paying
give
back
that
so
back?
much more than the $5 that they
Why
originally
did you
got.
give yours back to the poor then?
I do. I give back to the poor
So
all
you
the
say
time.
no,
but
I'm talking about your
anything.
tax cut money.
Okay, more
that
than
you
that.
Received.
But even more than that. But that
Why
doesn't solve
did you
anything.
not give it to the poor?
But I do. But that doesn't
No,
solve
you
anything,
didn't.
Jesse.
You're not being honest again.
Yes, I am.
You gave your money back. Say, hey, I don't want to give it to
Not
the poor.
the tax cuts,
I
but
didn't
even
think
more
so.
than that.
I got to ask you this.
Okay.
So you're okay with illegal aliens coming into the border, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Illegally crossing the border.
I think borders are ridiculous.
Okay. You love white people?
Why don't you?
You love white people?
Yeah, sure.
You love all white people?
I love all people. I have no hate in my heart for anyone.
You don't? And so you
And
love...
I don't think you do either, but yet you keep calling people children of the lie and Satan.
Do you love
it doesn't
them?
seem like you love all people if you keep calling them Satan, right? Do you love Satan?
They are children of Satan.
Oh, okay.
Do you
love children of Satan?
I love them, yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's
So let
interesting.
me ask,
Why do you keep calling them children of Satan without knowing if they're actually children of Satan or not, though? Because you're vilifying them.
Everyone
You're
who-
vilifying them, and other people who listen to you, who you have a responsibility to educate, also probably now agree with you and think that these random people that you've never met and don't know if they're evil or not are children of Satan.
No, they are. You can tell.
But you can't.
I got to ask you this.
What if I think you're a child of Satan?
That'll be fine.
Yeah, but what
I
you
don't
don't
care what you
understand
think.
is I know, but if you're throwing around these words carelessly and then the people that listen to you end up doing something bad, don't you think that you share a little bit of that moral
Not at all. That's their
responsibility?
issue, not mine.
Huh, interesting.
Thank you. So
Okay.
let me
That's
ask.
not very manlike,
have
is it?
you noticed that?
Is that very alpha? Is that an alpha
to
thing?
what?
To not take responsibility for your actions? I feel like that's not a very alpha
My
thing.
responsibility is to have faith, be what I say, and put the truth out there. It's your responsibility
I think you're
to...
absolving yourself of a lot of guilt and
and your
responsibility for a lot of the things that
responsibility
you're
to
saying.
receive it or not.
Oh,
I got to
okay.
ask you this, though. So
However it suits you, Jesse.
So you say that you're okay with illegal alien crossing to the border?
I don't think any human being is illegal. You can describe to me why you think that human beings
Do you
are
know
illegal.
legal and illegal when you see it?
Yeah, how could you
Do you know the difference
distinguish?
between illegal and legal?
Yes.
People crossing to our borders without permit. They're sneaking across the border. Is
Why do
that
you think they're
legal?
doing that?
Is that legal or illegal?
It's illegal, but why do you think they're doing that?
You say what?
It's illegal. Why do you think they're
What
doing
did you
that?
say? You said it real fast.
It's illegal, but it doesn't matter.
And so
I know.
do
It's
you
not
want illegals coming across our border?
Yeah, 100%. But why is it a bad
And
thing?
why do you want that?
The interesting conversation to have here is
Why do you want
you
that?
think it's a bad thing.
Because it's wrong.
But why is it
I
wrong?
put my country first.
Why is it wrong?
Because I put my country
But
first.
what about all
And-
these people that you're talking about? A lot of them came here illegally as well.
Like
America
who?
was started as an illegal colony. In the end of the day, at the end of the day,
Where's
they
your
came here
proof?
and they genocided Native Americans.
Where's your
they
proof
were
of that?
illegally here.
Where's your proof of that?
History.
What do you mean?
Do you deny history?
What do you mean by
Do you
that? when you
deny
say
that
I don't know what
pilgrims
you
came
mean.
in? Okay. Do you deny that when pilgrims came here, then they genocided Native Americans and killed them, systemically targeted them, moved them away from their lands that they used to live on? Do you deny that that's a real thing?
Yes.
Wait, what do you think
And
happened
so
then?
if they genocide them and move them away, what was wrong with the Indians that they didn't protect themselves?
What was wrong with them?
Yes.
They didn't have the same access to technology that
No,
the
that's
people
not what
that.
was wrong.
Oh, that's wrong.
They weren't. That's not the problem.
What's the problem?
They were on pot.
They
They were
on
smoking
pot.
that stuff. What do they call that stuff? They were smoking peace pipe with pot in it.
Well, people still smoke peace pipes all
That's
the
for
time.
sure.
They do.
I got to ask you about
A lot of
millennial
people
men.
do.
I got to ask
Do
you.
any of you guys smoke weed? In
You
the
smoke
studio?
pot?
No, I don't anymore. But
You used to smoke pot?
Oh, they do. They smoke weed.
You used to smoke pot?
I used to, yeah.
What made you stop?
No, I just felt like it wasn't for me.
Why?
I felt like I was less productive, and I felt like I would contemplate too much about the meaningless of existence and all of these things that I normally think about. That's in the back of my mind. But when I was high, or when I would get really high, I would just get into these like deep states of consciousness, I guess, where I was too aware of all of the things that were going on, and it was a scary reality. A lot of us have this capability, but we actively silence it. For
Amazing.
example, we're currently on a spinning sphere going nowhere.
I gotta ask you this real
But
fast
if you
because of
thought about
time.
it every day, you would go crazy.
I got to ask you this because of time.
Okay.
And so you're okay with illegal aliens coming across the border, right? And you're
yeah.
not for the wall, right?
Yeah, I'm not for the wall.
And you're from Turkey.
And I think that no human
You're from
beings are
Turkey,
illegal.
right?
And I think that it would be better off if we treated the people that were coming here to better themselves and to look for better opportunities. If we treated them with the same
You're
dignity
from
that we treat all American
from
citizens,
Turkey, right?
everyone would improve.
You're from
Everyone's
Turkey,
lives.
right?
Yes, yes.
You're from Turkey. Are you in support of Israel putting a wall around its border?
No, I'm not.
They should not have done that.
No, it's a violent ethno state. Of course I'm not in support of that.
Amazing. And so I want to ask this.
I'll clap your fucking cheeks, Jesse. Jesse did not think that was gonna happen because he thought I was some fucking leftist libcuck who was gonna be like, oh, I don't know enough about Israel, or oh, I don't know, I guess Israel has a right to protect itself. Yeah, right the fuck off, Jesse. Yeah. Anyway.
If it wasn't for white people, there would be no America, right? It would
America in the
still be-
I wasn't talking about Destiny. I don't know if his response was similar to that. I was actually referencing. Anyway, never mind. I don't want to fire shots at anyone, but it wasn't it wasn't about Destiny. It was another person that I don't want to reference who's also been on the show.
controlled by the
I'm referencing David Pakman. He's very pro-Israel.
Indians.
There would still be
and whatever,
America.
right?
Native
No.
Americans would be living here.
No.
It would be drastically
Stay
different,
with
but
me. Stay with me.
I don't know how to turn off RX9 or whatever. Can one of my moderators turn it off? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to turn it off. Okay.
I'm with you.
Stay with me.
I'm with
if
you
it
all the
wasn't
way.
for white people, because white people discovered and built America, and then they created a constitution.
Do you think
that,
white people are better than black people?
Let me ask you this. And then they created a constitution that would allow your mother to come here and have you illegally. Do you
Have you
think
here
is
illegally?
it
No,
fair?
it was a legal process. But do you wait?
Is
Hold
it
on.
fair? Let me finish my question.
Wait.
Hold on. Is it fair to white Americans to be treated that way? They were kind enough to let you into this country, and you're going to turn your backs on the people who let you here. Is that fair?
You have not established why opening
Is that-
our borders
is
would be
that
unfair
fair,
to them.
No. Is that fair to treat white Americans that way?
Why do you want to single out white Americans?
Because
I
it's
think
their
that when
country-
people come into
it's
this
their
country, it improves everyone's
It's
lives.
their country. They let you come here.
It's not their country.
It is their country.
But it's not.
Whose country is it?
It's everyone's country.
Well,
There's
then-
no such thing as like this is white country.
Well,
You
why
understand
did-
the concept of whiteness
It is white country.
predicated around
No, it's
exclusion,
white country.
and that the concept of whiteness has expanded throughout time. Hispanic people were not considered white. Jews were not considered
If,
white, and according to some white people, they're still not considered white.
Are they
Irish people were not considered white.
me ask you this
You
question.
understand that like
You're
that
wasting
concept
time.
is
Hold on.
expanded. I'm not wasting time.
Hold on.
I'm trying to educate you
Hold
on a
on.
thing that you
I
should
wanna
know
ask you
about.
this.
You
If
talk about
white
it. This is very
people-
irresponsible that you talk about
if
this
white
concept without
people-
actually providing historical context to it.
If white people had not built America, would you be here today?
I don't know. I have no idea. That would be a drastically different reality.
Is it fair to white people that white men and women, especially straight conservative Christian men and women, are hated after they
Are they?
And they're called white supremacists. They're
Are
called
they?
all kind of bad names.
Well, white supremacists
Is it
are called
fair
white
to white
supremacists.
people to treat them that way after they have built the greatest country on this side of heaven and allow your mama to come here from Turkey.
Do you not think that black people played a significant role in building this country?
You're not answering my question. Is that fair to white people?
Say yes or no. Do you think black people did? Do you not think that black people played a significant role?
Is that fair to white people?
There's no such thing. Like, there's no fairness to white people. This is not a white person's country. Asian people played a significant role in building this country. Who built this country?
They left their country to come here.
Do you not think that black people...
Wait. Did it literally say the N-word as a subtitle? Did the subtitle actually have to, what the fuck? Okay. It's just like, you didn't know, no one saw it. Let's keep going.
Played a significant role.
That's insane that that happened.
Think that African Americans played a significant role in building this country?
No.
How could you? Oh, okay. All right. Well, do you think white people are better than black people? Let's just get right to it. Do you think white people are better than black people?
Better in the sense that...
What, better in what sense?
I'm about to tell you. In that they create and black people destroy.
Holy crap, dude. Oh, my God. You have black employees. How do they sit here and listen to you peddle this garbage?
It's the truth.
What a garbage perspective, Jesse.
You think black people
There's
better
no way you actually believe this.
So then
there is no way you're honest. You think, as a black man, that white people are better because black people destroy?
In the sense that they build and black people destroy.
Wait, how? What
so
do
let me ask you this. I have the proof.
You have the proof?
I have the proof.
Okay.
Have you noticed, you probably haven't noticed because we don't have statistics, but have you noticed that white people will allow black people to come into their beautiful neighborhoods, and then the blacks would come, white people would leave, and the blacks, rather than keeping that going, they would destroy it? Have you noticed they tear it down rather than build on it? Have you noticed that?
No, I have not noticed what you're talking about.
You haven't seen statistics on that?
No, I don't know what you're referencing.
Do
I'm
still
in awe that you are like a real person who genuinely has this perspective. I thought this was just like Uncle Ruckus in the Boondocks.
No,
like I thought this wasn't like a real fucking person, a real human being who genuinely has this perspective.
Do you notice that blacks create ghettos?
No, the government, the system creates.
Okay, that was what I was embarrassed by because I lost my cool there a little bit and said that, but. Okay, I hope you guys aren't. Anyway, let's just keep going. Let's just move past it. That was my heated gaming moment.
Creates ghettos.
So
do you want to live in a ghetto? You're black. Do you want to live in a ghetto?
Does the system
do you want to live in a ghetto?
Does the system live in a ghetto?
Does anyone want to live in a ghetto, Jesse?
Who is the system?
The system is capitalism. It's the American political structure that consistently holds not just black people back, but all people back.
So are you
black people back
saying
even
that
further than other people on
so
top
you're
of
saying that the system will not allow
Would you like to live in a ghetto?
Let me ask you this.
But
are you
say
saying
yes or no?
that?
Why do you never answer my question?
No, I don't want to live in no ghetto.
Okay, exactly. Do you think other people want to live in a ghetto? No, they're not building ghettos.
Then why don't they clean them up then?
It's not about like.
They're not ghettos when they move in there.
When you're a single mother.
Are they ghetto when they
take care of your children? When a black child has. 1 out of every 5 black child in this country has one parent that is currently incarcerated. That number is insane.
And why are they incarcerated?
And I give you. Because of systemic racism, because of the unequal, because of the unequal way.
Did they commit a crime to go there?
Because of the
Did they commit a crime?
Like minor drug possession when white people get off on it, but black people don't?
Did they commit a crime?
Did
they commit a crime?
What is a crime?
Oh, you don't know what a crime is?
What is a crime? I don't think crime is.
You need to go back to Turkey. You don't know what a crime is?
Okay, what is no? I want you to describe to me exactly what you think a crime is, and then we can talk about it. Because unjust laws should be broken.
I want to go back to something else you tried to rush away from.
If a law is not just, you break that law, Jesse. What?
Have you seen ghettos?
I have, yes, I already told you.
And have you noticed that when black people first move in those areas, they're beautiful areas created by white people?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't agree with that.
You haven't noticed that?
No, I have not noticed it.
How long you been in this country?
10 years now.
And you haven't noticed that black people turn beautiful areas into ghettos?
Yes, because I don't think that's reality.
You say they're doing it because it's not reality?
No, your perspective is completely broken on this issue.
Amazing.
That you think black people just move into a neighborhood and then like mess it up.
They do.
How?
And
why?
First of all, they have children out of wedlock. They don't train their kids.
Like you did.
They bring drugs and crime. They destroy. They don't cut the grass. They don't paint the house. And they blame it on the white man.
Okay.
Are white people to blame for that?
I think the system is to blame, not specifically white people.
Who is the
But I
system?
already told you the existing.
So are
structure
white
that we live
people the
under.
system?
White people have been in controlling positions
Are they the
for
system,
a very
though?
long time. I wouldn't
Are
say that
white
they are the
people-
system.
Well, who
no,
are
because
the-
white people are also
what
exploited.
color is the
People,
system?
Why do you have to have one specific target?
Well,
Do you
what
not
color is
understand
the
that we can
system?
address systemic
Who
inequality?
is
Do
the
you not
system?
understand that we can fight?
Who is the system?
It's not a singular person.
But how would we recognize it when we see it?
Is this how you tackle issues at every step of the way?
How
it has
would
to be
we
one
recognize
person?
the system
Do you
when we
think
see
that?
it?
Do you think it's
So
just like
we'll
one
be
person is
safe from the
racist and that's
system.
why the issue?
Listen,
That's why we have problems.
So we can avoid the system.
It's
how
not
will
about
we
avoiding the
recognize
system.
it?
You can't. You exist under this system. You exist under this
What
unequal
system is that?
Capitalism.
You don't like capitalism?
I do not like capitalism.
Then why don't you go back to Turkey?
Turkey has capitalism as well.
So why don't you go to a socialist country
There's
where
no
you don't have-
socialist country.
Are you a socialist?
I don't like labels, but I would. I find myself aligning a lot with Marxist principles. Yes.
So you're not a capitalist.
No, I certainly criticize capitalism. Yes.
So why do you work?
Do you think people don't work under?
Why do you
a
work? I'm
socialist?
asking why do you work if you're a socialist?
Because I need to survive.
No, you don't. You can go on the welfare and get free stuff.
Do you think welfare would be enough for me to survive?
So you need more.
No, I need more to survive.
Do you
Yes, that is
support
a
the-
massive problem. I
do
think
you
if the
support the
welfare
Me
state was
Too-
better, maybe I
what-
wouldn't work.
Do you support the Me Too crowd?
What? The Me Too crowd? That's an interesting question. I don't know what you mean by that.
Those women are into the Me Too thing. Do
I
you
mean, there are
support that?
plenty of women that I probably would have disagreements over
Do you
a lot of
support the
issues
Me
within
Too
the Me Too
crowd?
movement.
The
Me
movement.
Too as a movement.
Do you support the Me Too movement?
Me Too as a movement, as long as it is about empowering not just women, men as well, or victims of sexual assault to come out and
Do you
speak about
support
these
the
issues,
Me
then
Too
yes.
movement?
Yeah.
You do?
I do, yes.
What will you do when they accuse you or a male member of your family of Me Too them?
I would fight back against it if it's not real.
You know it's coming, right?
What do you mean by that?
They will end up accusing you.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, as long as look, if it's not real, then we can have a conversation about it.
And
In
you're
my
okay
instance,
with
I know it's
them?
not real, so yeah.
So you're okay with them because you're not going to be.
People make false accusations, and that's genuinely terrible. But it's not the reality. The reality is that more often than not, the
So
real
most of the women-
accusations and the real people who actually assault people don't get punished.
So most of the women
the
are lying?
victims
Are you saying most of them are lying?
No, I'm not saying most of them are lying. I'm saying
Well, what you gonna
most
do
of
when they
those
come
are
for
not.
you?
Most
What
of those
will
are
you
not
do?
lies, and even when it's real,
What
even
will
when
you
it
do
goes
when
under
they come for
prosecution.
you or your Uncle Jink?
What do you mean?
What will you do when they come for you? Bad
I mean,
boy.
I'll defend myself.
Bad boy.
I'll defend myself.
Okay.
But
You're
see-
supporting evil? Mark my word, they're going to come for you,
Okay.
your uncle, and every other male in your family. I got to ask you.
Okay, can we just really quickly, briefly state something?
Yes.
Okay. Believing in women does not mean that everyone who's been on a bad date or whatever needs to be thrown in jail. Believing women just means don't reflexively disbelieve women, because up until this moment, we reflexively disbelieve women. We find ways to say, no, this
Have
person
you ever
is
met
doing
an
it for
honest
money.
woman?
What?
Have you ever met an honest woman?
Yeah, I've met
Have
plenty
you,
of
you
honest
met an
women.
honest woman?
Wow, you really hate women, don't
No,
you?
do you have you? I'm just asking. Have you ever met an
Yes.
honest woman? So what about all those girls that you lied on you and you broke up with them?
They were honest too.
They were telling the truth about you?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Oh.
We left on good terms.
I got to ask you one other
Wait,
thing.
why do you have this such a
About
why do you have such
Steve.
a skewed perspective on women in general?
Let me ask you about Steve.
What happened to you? Why
Do
did
you know who Congressman Steve Keene is?
Wait, yeah, he's
Who is he?
White nationalist he's a congressman from
What made him
Iowa.
a white nationalist?
He's white, constantly talks about how you can't have babies with other people's, you can't build a civilization on other people's babies. He also literally supported an avowed open white nationalist for mayor of Toronto, Faith Goldy, who recited the 14 words. So I would say that those are some pretty clear indicators that this person is a white nationalist, if not a white supremacist.
And so when did it become wrong for white people to stand
When
up?
did it become
It's
wrong
coming.
for white people to be white?
Oh Lord, it's coming. Oh no!
people to
Nationalist?
stand up for their country.
1942.
It became law in 1942 for white people
When we
to stand up.
yes, when we
Hold on,
ended the
hold on, let me
Nazi
finish this
scourge,
thing.
yes.
It became wrong
It was
for
wrong
white
even before
people.
then.
It became wrong for white people to stand up for their country in 1942. You understand that?
When the Nazi regime
Okay, everybody fucking chill. No one lose their POV. Get it out. Just get it out. 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 Get all of it out. Get all of it out right now. Get all of it out right now. Just get all of it out right now. I swear to God, I will shut off this fucking stream with almost 8K people fucking watching. I will shut this stream off. Get this shit out. We know. Just fucking, I'm stupid, okay? The entire fucking video is over. It's a wrap. I fucked up. I said the wrong number. I was off by fucking 3 numbers, okay? I was off by 3 years. And you know what? Fuck me for it. Okay, left wing destroyed. Left wing destroyed.
regime
Are you
was
saying that?
destroyed, it became wrong to be a white nationalist. If the Nazis had won, we would probably have a drastically different reality.
So Steve King stood up for his country.
He did not stand
and
up
you're
for his
calling
country.
him, okay.
He stood up for his broken understanding of what this country is that does not reflect reality. This is not a white country.
Okay, so let me ask this. There's a woman in Congress by the name of Rashid Tlaib,
yes.
a Muslim.
Yes.
And
There's
she-
two. There's another one.
Right.
Ilhan Omar is
And
another Muslim, yes.
One of them is a lesbian. And so, do you support
Why do you say it like
Rashid and the other Muslim is against America? They're not for America.
Why do you think that?
Do you support them?
Why do you think that?
Do you support them?
Are they against America?
Do you support them?
You have to tell me why they're against America.
Do you support the
I
Muslims?
don't think they're against America.
You support the Muslims?
Yes, I support the Muslims.
But you're against the white people who stand up for their country.
Wait, what? I am against white nationalists.
Is it
I'm not
wrong
against white people.
Is it wrong
I'm against
for white people?
nationalists.
Is it
if
wrong
they
for-
were fundamentalists, if they were ISIS sympathizers, then I would be against them too. But
Is
if
it-
they are just Muslims, I'm not going to be against just Muslims.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
If they're white nationalists, yes.
Is
Probably.
it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
You have to define what you mean by that. You have to elaborate a little bit so
I'll
I can
ask one more
understand what you
time.
say.
Is
No.
it
Repeating the question is not
wrong-
elaborating
Is
further.
it wrong for
Keep scrolling
white-
on your iPad, Jesse, but it's not going to make
Is
more
it
sense. You
wrong
got to
for
give me
white people-
a description.
Is it wrong for white people to stand
Look, he got sensitive. He put the iPad down. Winner POV. Just putting that out there. Winner POV, by the way.
up for their country?
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country? You have to elaborate a little bit further on this. Do you mean white nationalists, or do you just mean white people are standing up for their country in the sense that they're fighting against racism, they're fighting against inequality? In that, yes. It is
Is it
absolutely
wrong for
correct
white
and the right
people-
thing to do for white people and all people to fight against this
Is
sort
it
of
wrong
thing.
for-
But if it's white people saying that this is a white-only country and we need to preserve our white culture, and it's a completely flawed perspective that is not real at all, and it is just a fantasy for fragile whites to think that they are.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
Okay. Do you not want to hear my answer?
All this stuff you're saying is too long and kind of.
Okay. It's
Is it
counterproductive.
wrong for white people to
I can
stand up?
Dude, okay, here's another thing that I have to mention. Now, you guys know that I debate conservatives fairly regularly, almost every single day on this channel, okay? And let me tell you something. Jesse might not sound very intelligent, but his debate tactics are either identical to how other conservatives who come on this channel debate, or even better than them. Because he literally said, oh, it's just like too long and wordy. I don't understand. That's like exactly what. Don't you think he's being fed talking points? Yeah, he is. But anyway, let's keep going.
Simplify it for you as well if you would
Give
like.
me- you will.
But not
Give me a
everything.
yes or
but
no.
it's not a yes or no
Why not?
question.
Why not?
Because you're framing it in an inappropriate way.
How is
It
that
dishonest.
inappropriate?
Because a yes or no question, if you front load it in a similar fashion to what I asked you, which is, did you stop beating your wife? It's a yes or no question.
Are you asking me that?
Did you stop beating
I
your
just
wife?
told you I don't have a wife.
Okay, but did you?
So
Okay, did you
is it
stop
wrong-
beating your son?
Is it wrong for white people?
But you didn't answer. It's a yes or no question.
You
but it's a
evaded
yes
the
or no question. It's not real. You don't have a wife,
you're
but it's
not
a yes
gonna-
or no
you're
question.
not gonna answer that.
Just like your white question
You're
is not a
gonna
real
answer-
question.
You're
It's
not
a yes
going to
or
answer
no.
that question, right?
I
Yeah.
can answer the question, but
Okay,
I don't want to.
so
I
ask
want to
again.
make sure that
Is
we
it wrong for
contextually are on the
white-
same page.
Is it wrong for white people to stand up for their country?
Okay. Did you stop beating your wife?
You're not going to answer that.
Did you
I
stop
got-
beating your wife?
I got one more.
Did you stop beating your
I'm
wife?
a nationalist. I'm a black nationalist.
Are you?
Does that make me black supremacist?
Are you black and also a nationalist, or are you black in the
I
sense
am
that
a
you're a
black
separationist and you want to have a
You're
separate
not
black-only
answering the
state?
question. I'm a black nationalist.
But that
Does
word
that
means
make me a
something.
black supremacist?
That means something, and you need to describe to me what that means. Are you a separationist? Are you a segregationist?
Whoa, they got a jib in here, dude. They got a jib action going too. I didn't even know that this happened, dude. The show's ending, but we're still going, boys.
Do you believe that black people should have their own
You're not going to
areas?
answer that either, right?
No, but I need to understand, Jesse.
Do you stand up
But
for?
you're not you're
Do
not
you
helping
put
me
America
understand.
first? Do you stand for your country, America?
Sometimes, and sometimes I'm very critical of the things that America does.
Do you stand for your country?
Sometimes I said, yeah.
Does that make you a Muslim nationalist?
Wait, but when you said
or
my
atheist
country, I meant
nationalist?
America.
Right, or atheist nationalist. Does that make you one?
Do you think that just tying along nationalism into anything is,
That what you
is a
do with
problem? I
white
think it's a
people?
problem because I'm a
Oh, okay.
globalist.
You-
I stand
what
for
does that
human
mean
ki-
to be a
I
globalist?
stand for all human beings, no matter where they live. I don't think that just because a baby was born in Indonesia, that they deserve a much worse life than myself. It's all probability. I didn't earn
So
the
you don't
right
put-
to.
you don't
I
put
didn't
America
earn the right
first.
to be born into an affluent family. So yes, I think that all
You don't
human
put
beings
you don't
deserve
put
a
America-
dignified life.
You don't put America first.
No, of course not.
A woke bae is a boyfriend or, usually male, significant other who is progressive and enlightened in general. He is aware of current events and is sympathetic to plights against racism and sexism.
Amazing. My final question.
Okay.
What the fuck was that, dude? What the fuck was that, dude? They just put, what? What? Got him. Dude, oh my god, that's another loser POV, dude. I just watched myself get dismantled.
Did you have fun?
In this interview, there were times that were fun, and then there were times where it was genuinely concerning.
Amazing. Thank you for coming.
All right.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in, folks. It's amazing. Don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, share. And we have merchandise on Fallen State, and we appreciate your support. Thank you again for coming, man.
Thanks for
Say
having
hello
me.
to your uncle for me.
I will.
All right.
Wait.
Amazing. Thank you for coming.
Wait. He's a Jesse woke ass Peterson.
Appreciate your support.
Wait.
Thank you again for coming, man.
Thanks for
Say
having
hello
me.
to your uncle for me.
I will.
All right.
Bro, he took what I said and he turned it into his own name. I mean, okay. This is just. Okay, let's be real. That was a fucking experience. Holy shit. I'm glad we got to do that together with almost 8,000 of you guys. The video only had 89 views when I first turned it on, and it's already at 5,000 views, and we've added another 7,000. We're gonna talk about it in a second, but I just wanted to go through this.